Dear Diary, Dr. Dekker is dead. Again. Alderby pushed him from the cliff's edge, 2,500 feet. His body wasn't found, obviously. I want him to be dead this time, but the world still feels cold. Maybe because Professor Alderby is dead too. Killed by one of us. Maybe all of us. But there's hope. A new doctor is coming. I hope they find Professor Alderby's killer. I hope they can cure us. I hope they stay alive. Dr. Dekker is still here. I can feel him.
You've come a long way, Doctor. And from one therapist to another, I think you're ready to start practicing again, to help new patients. But how do you feel? I understand. Last time was difficult for you. I know. See, you are ready. I mentioned last time, and you picked up on it immediately. You took things at face value. Sometimes you need to read between the lines. Ask me about both of these things together. You're ready. Forget last time. Remember why you're doing all this in the first place. To help those people. To find Professor Alderby's killer. And to stop the spread of infectious madness. The easiest path to follow, once you're seduced by its riches. Is there anything else you'd like to ask about before you go? Okay. If you need anything at all, you know where to find me. Good luck, my friend.
Doctor? Doctor, are you okay? You fainted. But follow this. Well, you seem okay now, and you take instruction very well. You'll be replacing Dr. Dekker, but before you meet any of his patients, I need you to know that one of them killed Professor Alderby. You did? I know that no one was formally charged, but I just know that one of them did it. Dr. Dekker is missing, presumed dead. His mentor, Professor Alderby, showed up and pushed him off a cliff. No body, no proof. Alderby was killed the evening he arrived. Bludgeoned to death in Dekker's office. Your office. I need to find out who did it. Can you help me do that, Doctor? Will you? I hope so.
I'll let the patients know that you're here. Come and find me after. Oh, and doctor, things might be a little stranger here than you're used to.
Hello, Doctor. I'm Ophelia. I'm a sculptor. Sorry, it's a bit nerve-wracking, starting again with a new doctor. What if you decide I'm mad? I honestly don't know anymore. I'm named after a character who went completely mad. Maybe it's fate. My mother died a few months ago, and it's affected me more than I thought it would. Thank you. It was unexpected. Oh, I sculpt people. Well, pieces of people. Mostly heads and hands. I like to find the person in the stone. I'm not very good at it, though. I have a studio full of decapitated heads. I started seeing him about 2 weeks after my mother died. Yes, I suppose so. He had a solid, dependable name. It felt like I'd be safe telling him my secrets. Oh, no. I haven't created anything new since I came back home, and all my recent pieces are in Italy, along with my tools. Not much. We had one session together, but I didn't really know him. Everyone was acting normally that day. But normal for us might seem suspicious to others. I didn't really see anyone around the time he was killed. Oh, I was on a video call from about 8:30 until 9 with a solicitor. The police have already verified it. Probate. To do with the house. She was a famous painter, Virginia Hammond. More famous now she's dead. Our relationship was not the best. I've been living in Italy since I was 16. Well, if you're an artist, there's no better place to study. But I didn't want to be home anymore. Not with my mother the way she was. She wasn't, very easy to live with. Especially after she stopped painting. She drank a lot. And I thought she blamed me for everything. That's a long story. I'm not sure I want to talk about it yet. The truth is, it was easier to love her from a distance. Oh, I don't know. Sorry. Yes, but I'm nowhere near as successful as she was, though. I'd rather not talk about it. I don't know anything about that. Yes, I asked him where he was. He just said he'd left, but it was only later I found out what really happened. Professor Alderby pushed Dr. Dekker off the cliff. Didn't he? I actually thought Bridget might have pushed him at first. She slammed her door that morning and started crying. I can hear everything. She's in the room next to mine. And that was about 9:10. I just finished yoga. Then I heard Mariana screaming something. A few minutes later, Bridget must have got back before Professor Alderby did. Oh. Not much. We had one session together, but I didn't really know him. Everyone was acting normally that day. But normal for us. It seems suspicious to others. I didn't really see anyone around the time he was killed. Oh, I was on a video call from about 8:30 until 9 with a solicitor. The police have already verified it. Probate. To do with the house. No, it wasn't that. I was hearing voices. Since I got back home after my mother died. They sounded like women's voices. I thought it was just my imagination at first, but I've only ever heard them in my mother's house. I inherited it when she died. Yes, I think he'd read my session notes. He didn't believe they were real, though. He thought Dr. Dekker was encouraging my delusions. Believing in things that didn't exist. He said Dr. Dekker had been leading me down a dangerous path. He was wrong, anyway. He just didn't know me like Dr. Dekker did. suppose so. I had an imaginary friend when I was younger, but that's quite common, isn't it? I grew up there. It's a big, sprawling, falling down kind of place. Echoing halls, vast dusty attics, sweeping staircases. Beautiful, but deadly. I think it might be what killed her. If not the house, then something in it. She threw herself down the stairs and broke her neck. Someone from the water board spotted her through the window when they went to read the meter. Do you believe in ghosts, Doctor? They sounded like women's voices. I thought it was just my imagination at first, but I've only ever heard them in my mother's house. I inherited it when she died. He thought they might be trying to communicate with me. We hadn't quite figured that bit out, but he definitely thought I was hearing them for a reason. Dr. Dekker was very open-minded. I was wondering if you were the same. Perhaps it's old and damp and things happen there. Oh, apart from the voices. Yes, inanimate things became animate. They're not in my head. If they were, I'd hear them all the time, not just in my mother's house. If she did, she never said so. Once, though, she told me that she felt like the house was watching her. I just thought she was being paranoid. No, not watching, but sometimes I feel like it's aware of me. She called me the night she died. Yes, she called a few hours before they found her. It was a Wednesday, around 2 a.m. I couldn't really process what she was saying. I'm not entirely sure. She sounded cold. She saying, don't let them take her. Don't let them take her. I couldn't get her to stop saying it, so I said, okay, I promise, and then the line went dead. I think it might be the house. She'd sometimes refer to it as old girl. That was the last time we spoke. No, not really. They're muffled. You can't make out any words. It's like someone talking on the phone in another room. Dr. Dekker did, but the recording wasn't very good. You couldn't really distinguish anything. They're not in my head. If they were, I'd hear them all the time, not just in my mother's house. I don't have anything to say about that right now. Only my mother's. Only my neighbor, Una, arguing with her many, many lovers. No, but I talk to them sometimes. The heads, that is. I give them names and I talk to them as I'm shaping their features. It's not strange though, is it? It's not like I think they're real. Yes, I asked him where he was. He just said he'd left, but it was only later I found out what really happened. Professor Alderby pushed Dr. Dekker off the cliff. Didn't he? I actually thought Bridget might have pushed him at first. She slammed her door that morning and started crying. I can hear everything. She's in the room next to mine. And that was about 9:10. I just finished yoga. Then I heard Mariana screaming something. A few minutes later, Bridget must have got back before Professor Alderby did. That thought has crossed my mind. I was raised to imagine things that aren't there and make them real. Maybe it's just my brain malfunctioning. But I don't think so. Yes, there are people in my mother's house who shouldn't be there. Inside the walls. I can hear them whispering. I considered that. But there are no signs of anyone living there. No one alive, anyway. Is that it for today? Thank you, Doctor. I hope I haven't scared you off. Really? I don't like talking about these things. It makes me seem weird. These voices I'm hearing, I want to know why. I think they might be related to my parents. Okay. I'll see you then.